Evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We're at 2-0 with the Hunter, although we had some tough wins and a very narrow shave against a Rogue. So let's see what we can do here. I'd be happy to get to 7 with this deck for sure. I've actually been doing pretty well recently. I had a kind of a slow week last week, but over the weekend, I got a couple of 9-win arenas, and I got another 9-win arena recently. I'm not going to specifically tell you which ones, because I don't want to spoil it if you end up watching them, but there's some 9-win arenas out there in recent history, which is nice. Here we're really being put to the test against a priest, and we have a kind of weird hand, so I don't think I want to keep the Ogre Magi or the Cult Master, but I'll keep the Freezing Trap, and the reason for that is just in case there's like a Northshire Cleric or something, it might be nice to put it back down. Now we drew into a wolf, which means that potentially I could play the buzzard on turn 2 and play the wolf, or on turn 1, excuse me, and the wolf on turn 2, and I'm actually going to go for it. So if my opponent uses Shadow Word Pain on this, okay, he uses Premier 2-mana removal on a 2-mana creature, no problem. If he doesn't, I'd get to draw a card off the wolf and swing for 3. So I'm happy either way. No Northshire Cleric on turn 1 and no Shadow Word Pain on turn 2. Well, really can't complain about the start. Let's go ahead and see about the finish. Murloc War Leader. I hadn't seen it in 2 games. I was wondering if I was free from the Murloc curse. I don't think I have any Murlocs here. I'm pretty sure I passed some in the draft because I just really can't be bothered to care about Murlocs. Well, I think here what I need to do is drop another wolf in, and I'm actually going to put it over here to super buff the buzzard. That way it will be able to kill out the Master in one go. So we'll swing. There's a super buzzard. And I'm going to kill off this imp to stop the buzzard from being trivially killable. And we'll pass the turn. Now my opponent could of course coin Holy Nova here. That would be pretty good. But I drew cards off of these wolves, so I don't really mind if that happens. No coin Holy Nova, just a Chillwind Yeti. Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty glad I drafted the way I did. Basically, I can Deadly Shot and actually just kill this thing. Or I can Freezing Trap. And, well, what does that allow me to do? Not much. I mean, it allows me to Steady Shot, I suppose. The thing is, if he plays a charging creature, he can run in with a charge creature, get that frozen trapped, and then the Yeti will drop down. Whereas if I kill the Yeti with Deadly Shot, I'll be in much better shape. I mean, there's a third option, which is just to play a Panther. This is a bit going into greed mode here. This is trying to get a card off of another beast from the buzzard. However, I feel like if my opponent had a Holy Nova, he would have coined it out, so I don't think he has it. What that suggests to me is that it's not coming down next turn, so I'm going to get a card anyway off the Tiger. So I'm going to trust my instincts. Let's do Freezing Trap. Let's Steady Shot. And let's swing. We've done a lot of damage. I mean, it's just because my opponent didn't really disrupt us at all here. So, does he take the bait? This actually cannot be Shadow Worded at the moment. It can be Holy Smote, but not Shadow Worded. I just hope he doesn't have any charge creatures. That's pretty much it. As long as he doesn't have any charge creatures, my opponent is in really serious trouble. Well, well, I don't know if it's a good creature. I've done some good things with that creature, but it is not good in general, I would say. And it's not charging, which is the important part, because that means that my little gambit worked. And he might not have anything better to do than heal himself, which is what he's going to do. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the situation. So had I Deadly Shotted last turn, I could Freezing Trap this turn and play the Beast. As it is, I might have to let this thing live. I don't have any buffs in my hand. So if I Deadly Shot, I have 2 mana left over, which is a bit sad. But let's think about it. So I can play this Tiger. It can't be messed with. Draw a card. And then I attack for 8. Or I could play this guy. This seems interesting. So I'm going to play this, I think. Yeah, I'm going to play this. Draw a card. The buzzard has done its job. We're going to go ahead and kill off the buzzard. And we're going to swing for a lot of damage. My opponent's down to 10 life. Now, his hero ability counters mine. But what I have is Charging Beasts. So if he can't get rid of this Tundra Rhino, he's in really big trouble. I actually made a slight misplay. I should have put this in the middle of my wolves, so its power was 4. That way, it would actually not be Shadow Wordable. Luckily, my opponent doesn't seem to have Shadow Words. Well, here I think it's very easy. Let's just go ahead and silence this thing. I drew that just in the nick of time, and then this Panther is a beast. So it charges as well. Really, in general, letting your opponent have charging stuff is bad. I mean, it seems like my opponent had no removal. He didn't have his Shadow Words. And I guess that's pretty much all that would take care of this, right? A Shadow Word or a Silence, I suppose. So he just didn't have the answers that he needed, so he won. Well, that's great, because I'm just about done with games where I'm like, well, he's got to have something to win, or to stay in it, and then he does for like 5 turns in a row and then wins. So I'll take a game. I'll happily take a game where he just didn't have the answers, and we won. Now, that Owl was a very timely top deck. If I hadn't drawn the Owl, basically, I could, of course, kill the Abomination, but the problem is that it would kill off both of my Wolves. So I could, like, run the Wolves into it because they were dead meat anyway, and then, like, play a Tiger and swing for 7. Now, he was at... he was at 10 health, so... I would have knocked him down to 3. I mean, I was probably going to win, but it was going to be close. Solomus, the Shaman. That sounds like a philosopher of some kind. Alright, Scarlet Crusader is decent against Shamans. Explosive Shot can be as well. It can kill a creature plus some totems. So we'll send back the Lord, but we'll keep this sort of mid-game removal and hope we get something good. Ah, my Legendary. Haven't seen him yet. This is a very slow start, though. There's always a risk of keeping Scarlet Crusader against Shamans, which is, of course, that they might have Earthshock. Now, as much as I play Shaman, I've never managed to Earthshock an opponent's Scarlet Crusader or Twilight Drake, but I have had mine Earthshocked before, so hopefully one of these days I'll get my due. Now, I'm playing this Buzzard mainly because I have a really slow start, and I just want to hold the fort. So I don't care that this is very vulnerable and going to die and is not drawing me a beast anytime soon. It just doesn't make any difference to me. I just want to get a creature on the board. Okay, interesting. So, well, what's more dangerous? The thing that deals damage or the thing that can boost spell damage? Let's see what Animal Companion we get. Leok. Alright. Well, I'm going to kill the spell damage. I feel like that is a bit more of a dangerous creature than this Novice Engineer. I mean, the Novice Engineer can get buffed, but so can the Totem. Alright, my opponent seems to have a slow continuation here. He's getting another Totem. Nothing for... he's got a Forked Lightning. Well, so look at that. If I had kept the Spell Totem around, this would be at 1 health. Now, granted, the Novice Engineer wouldn't be on the board, so I don't know. It's a tough call. Ascension's a good drop. This Leok is like a supercharged raid leader, and now I'm protecting him. My opponent is quite heavily overloaded. Just 2 mana out of 4 is a big deal. There's a lot of 4 drops he might be not playing now. He gets the 1/1, which is really sad. That's the one I didn't want to see, but, well, it had to happen at some point, I suppose. And I think we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Clearinghouse. So I'm foregoing 6 damage to clear up my opponent's creatures, which carries its own kind of risks. But I feel like that was worth it. Stops him from being able to buff stuff. The fact that it was the 1/1 totem is unfortunate, because it meant the Leok took a point of damage. But I feel like that was worth it. I have total board control, so he's got 8 cards, but I have 7, soon to be 8. I have this removal card here. And if he doesn't put pressure on me this turn, then this guy's dropping down. He's another Forked Lightning. Well, that's both good and bad. The problem with that is that he's overloaded now, and that's, you know, he's got to start taking that kind of seriously. So I could kill that with Explosive Shot, but I think I'd actually just rather use my Sen'jin. My Sen'jin did his duty. We'll go ahead and play Legendary. This Leok has been actually kind of irrelevant. The extra damage is... oh, no, it mattered. It mattered for the Sen'jin killing the Ogre Magi, right. So that totally mattered. He's overloaded again, which is a big deal. He's going to Earthshock. Well, that just silences it, but it's still a 5/4, or a 4/4, and a Lightning Storm. So he's continuing the overload train. He won the coin flip. That Spiteful Smith could have lived, but it didn't. So that's bad. I'm going to go ahead and keep on putting the pressure on the field. He just used an Earthshock on my Legendary, so he will need to have another one on the Scarlet Crusader. The Scarlet Crusader dodged a serious bullet, and he's overloaded still, so he still can't play out his hands to the fullest here. Plus he's at 19 health. Let's see what he's got. I mean, he could win still. He could stay in the game, but he's now actually is behind on cards and might be in trouble. Raging Worgen. Well, that's kind of perfect fodder for the Eaglehorn Bow. I could also use the Explosive Shot, but let's save that for another time. The nice thing about playing the bow here is that it allows me to play this Tiger. So do I kill that totem? Let's see. I would sacrifice 3 damage, so I take... okay, well. He is a frustrated man, and that is totally fine. So Solomus, this was a very educational game, I think. I think it shows the drawback of overload. I mean, my opponent was playing really powerful cards, but he was in trouble because he kept on not having the full mana for the turn. Now, I'm not saying Overload cards are bad. They're amazing, okay? Take Lightning, every Lightning Storm you see, take Forked Lightning. It's just something that you have to keep in mind. I want to make sure that people realize it's not like a trivial cost. Storcog the Warrior. I think I faced a Warrior, didn't I? And he didn't have a Fiery War Axe or anything. We'll actually just keep this hand. So I don't have that much removal in this deck, so I'll keep what I've got. And the bow is like my own Fiery War Axe. It's a bit more expensive, but it just goes to show how good a Fiery War Axe is. I'll happily pay an extra mana for it. I really hope that someday that Fiery War Axe gets nerfed. I mean, I feel bad nerfing Warriors because they are sort of the weakest class. And it's kind of like, you know, Priests. Mind Control was always the way it was, but people didn't really start complaining about how overpowered it is until, you know, the priests got buffed and they became a good class. I have a feeling that right now Warriors are kind of at the bottom, so people aren't complaining, but I believe that if there ever comes a time when Warriors get buffed, that people are going to start really complaining about the Fiery War Axe. Alright, so let's swing there. You know, I should have probably killed this 1-1 with the weapon, as bad as that feels. Because either way, this Divine Shield's getting popped, so I guess I might as well have taken one less point of damage. Slam? Ah, that's an interesting move, so he's going to get to draw cards, and then use the Piglet, so that's actually very nice for him. Ah, Fiery War Axe, Well, touche, sir. Touche. Oh, he's going to swing at me. I think it's a mistake. I mean, maybe he's thinking, oh, it's late in the game. Might as well use it, but I don't know. I'd keep it around for creatures. He might be thinking of like ooze would destroy it, but whatever. I'd keep it around. Oozes are not that big of a risk. I mean, it happens. We've seen it happen, but I think it's the potential of an ooze dropping down is much smaller than the value of getting to keep your weapon around. Now, what's unfortunate here is that man, I want this to be Freezing Trap. But it is not Freezing Trap, it is Explosive Trap, which is the wrong trap. Freezing Trap would send this back to my opponent's hand and cost him an entire turn. Explosive Shot, oh, it actually, oh my god, it actually kills this thing. Oh, I'm glad I looked at that. Because of the Ogre Magi, holy crap. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to do this. I don't want to sit around and wait for this thing to kill off my creature, basically. It's fine. Alright, so we're going to get to play the Lord of the Arena, which is nice. And when your opponent has a Fiery War Axe in play, I suppose the Jungle Panther is not that bad. I see. Well, again, Freezing Trap is the wrong trap, although the Fen Creeper is interesting. If the Spiteful Smith runs into the Fen Creeper, it becomes enraged. This would be a 5 damage weapon. It doesn't matter, actually. Lord of the Arena does kind of hold up against the Spiteful Smith. I'm wondering if I could kill the Smith. I mean, I could play the Wolf, hit for 5. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. I don't want to throw this away and a weapon. Alright, we're going to go for the big win here. We're just going to go for that. Swing. And then we're going to pass the turn. So we're basically saying to our opponent here, have removal. Or silence for this Lord, or you fall behind. If there were an emote, that would be great. Like, right-click, like, sorry, oops, threaten, have removal or you shall fall behind. They're adding new emotes, or so I heard. I don't know. I don't remember if that was on the official announcement page, but I heard that they're going to add some new emotes, which is nice. I think the ones they have are currently kind of limited. The one thing that I really don't understand is why there's a thanks. The only way that this could ever be used is like to insult your opponent's play decisions. That's like the only time you would ever say thanks. It's like when your opponent does something bad and then you're like, thanks. So I don't like the fact that they have an emote that's just like only negative. Okay, so my opponent is going to enrage this weapon. It's a mighty 7 power here, which is kind of scary. But let's go ahead and kill this off. We have enough health that we can do that. And we have a couple options. We can play the Fen Creeper, which actually does survive the Arcanite Reaper, and the Wolf alongside it. Or we could, you know, spread out the love a little bit. We could play like the Harvest Golem, the Panther, and that's it. Harvest Golem and Panther. So it's Fen Creeper and Wolf, or Harvest Golem and Panther. The advantage of Fen Creeper is it's a taunt. The advantage of Harvest Golem and Panther is that then I have 2 creatures on the board that I can drop a Wolf in between. having the wolf on the board kind of exposes my hand. Well, since I'm not sure, I'm going to do it this way, and the reason for that is that it uses up all my mana. So if my opponent has an execute, he could kill off this Fen Creeper, but at some cost. It would take 4 hit points out of him, plus he'd need an execute on it. If he has a cleave, it'd be better. He'd attack this, and cleave would kill off both of these things, and he'd have 6 mana to work with. So he could definitely have some good cards here. There are definitely things he could have that are quite solid. Oh, geez, that's terrifying. Oh, God, this creature just never stops hurting me. Alright, the cleave kills off the Fen Creeper. And, okay, so he's actually going for the sort of removal gambit. Basically, he's gambling that I don't have any removal for it. And I kind of do, kind of don't. So I'm going to silence it because it's absolutely worth silencing. And then we're going to play some creatures. So the Warsong Commander can kill off the Owl. So the Owl wasn't a great trade for the Warsong Commander, that's for sure. But I think it was definitely worth doing. If this had stayed around, that would have obviously been really, really bad. Well, my opponent needed some good cards, and he had them. And he got another one. Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. Okay. Okay. So he's leaving my Owl around. Oh, no, he's going to damage the Golem, which makes sense. So that the Golem will die to the Abomination. I would have actually taken it a step further myself. I would have killed this Golem with the axe so that the thing that spawns would have died too. Okay. Well, Explosive Trap doesn't really work. Yeah, I think we're just going to trade this off. This seems fine. Okay. So we'll now play the Tiger. Explosive Trap will kill off the Arathi Weaponsmith. Is that worth doing? Or should I freeze it? No, I don't want to freeze it. That would be terrible. Yeah, let's do Explosive Trap and Steady Shot. So I can't race my opponent out with Steady Shot the way that I did the Rogue, because obviously Warriors have armor up, which cancels out my hero ability, and he's got some pretty epic card advantage here. I mean, the Tiger's close. I mean, if the Tiger's allowed to just swing unmolested, it could be a problem. Basically, Explosive Trap will kill off this Weaponsmith. Ah, he has a taunt. Damn it. Oh, that's really unfortunate. The Ogre, I don't actually mind so much, but the taunt, that's bad. So now he can kill off this damaged Golem, and it doesn't make any difference about this Tiger because the taunt is protecting him, and this thing will have 1 health. Well, that sucks. He probably should have attacked first before putting all these creatures down. He's going to kill off the use the Weaponsmith to attack the Owl, which is very, very smart. Ah, damn it. That is frustrating. So I can, of course, use the Tiger to kill the Dread Corsair, but because he smartly used the Weaponsmith to kill off the Owl instead of using the Axe, he'll have the Axe to finish the Tiger off. So, if I don't attack, this Pirate will be the thing that swings into the Explosive Trap. And this Freezing Trap that I'm thinking of setting. Oh, man. That sucks. If I don't kill the Pirate, it will set off the Freezing Trap. It will cost a total of 4 mana to replay, so he will actually be able to replay it. I have to kill it. So I have to do this. I have to play the Freezing Trap, this, and Steady Shot. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it, folks. He's got too many cards. He's got 3 cards plus this Ogre. And then the Freezing Trap and Explosive Trap only go so far. So if this could survive against the Axe, then I might be okay, because I would get to swing for 5 once. But instead, he kills it, takes the 5 damage, goes back up to 9 health, and then I'm just not dealing enough damage to him. Yeah, somehow with all those weapons, he just got card advantage against me, and I never caught up. I needed to get my Cult Master, or trigger some Buzzard stuff, and I never did. Alright, so he's going to trigger Freezing Trap. So the Ogre's back in his hand. He can actually replay it for 8 mana if he wishes. He's going to heal up. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, damn. And he's going to get a taunt. Well, this game is over, folks. Those weapons were too good. They were too good. So at 9 health, I don't have any kill commands or anything. Yeah, it's over. Alright. That was a hard-fought game, but you know what? Card advantage just won it for my opponent. And if this could have been like a good epic of some sort, then maybe I could have crawled back. But as it was, he just got too many weapons. He had a Fiery War Axe, an Arcanite Reaper, a Arathi Weaponsmith, and I wasn't able to deal enough damage to him over the course of the game. He had too much disruption. That Cleave was really good too when I had the Wolf and the Fen Creeper. Had I played the Harvest Golem and the Panther would have died to the Cleave, so I don't think I could have saved anything. Chris Danger, another Shaman. I'm happy how many Shamans I'm seeing, that's so great. Okay, well, I could send this back because it sucks. Or I could keep it as a 3-drop, but why do that when I can play this on turn 2, coin turn 3, play turn 4? Yep, we don't need that 3-drop. So I'm going to send it back because it's just bad. That's all there is to it. Now the Knife Juggler presents an interesting possibility. I could now coin this out, and then of course I regret sending back my 3-drop if I do use the coin. The Buzzard is also an option. Well, I think we'll do the Knife Juggler here. And we'll see what my opponent wants to do. I might wait on this Buzzard and try to play it on the Wolf at a later time, but that would be on turn 4 when I actually already have things I want to do. Oh geez, Stormforged Axe. Well, that just changes everything. Oh man, I am really paying for being picky about my 3-drop because now I can't play anything. I don't want to throw the stuff away to this axe. Now, as I've said before, you don't want to just not play things because your opponent has a weapon. However, I will get to play Ascension in a couple of turns, and then another one the turn after that. So if those stick around, I will actually be able to play the Starving Buzzard and the Wolf and get some value out of them. So it'd be silly to throw them away now. Alright, so I really actually might lose this game because I mulliganed my 3-drop. So that was a mistake. I will not repeat it. I should have kept it around and just then I'd have a 3-3 for 3 and it would be totally fine. He also has Tazdingo, which I can't blame him for. And unfortunately, that Healing Totem is perfect because it actually allows his Senjin to run into mine, finish it off with the axe, and then it actually heals up. So this is one of those times when the Healing Totem is just absolutely perfect. Okay, this game is just spiraling out of control. That Stormforged Axe was just really good. He's actually sending it... Oh no, I thought he was sending it at my face for a moment there. I almost want to concede here because this is just really bad, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Ah, there's the War Leader. Okay, so we'll play a Fen Creeper, see what this does. See if my opponent has the removal that he needs. If he doesn't, then, I mean, Buzzard, Wolf, draw a card. I can actually draw 2 cards, Buzzard, Wolf, Owl. Wow, he's got the Taunting Army here. Luckily the knife hit me. I really don't want it hitting on my creature. I want the creature to survive as much as possible. Senjin is getting healed, of course. Okay, I could play the Lord of the Arena. Yep. Let's do that before that Senjin heals up anymore. So the Lord is decent against the Senjin. The Knife Juggler plus the Axe will kill, of course, the Lord. If, however, he can play 2 creatures and get 2 lucky Knifelings, the Knife Juggler will kill it all by itself. Oh my god. Oh no, that's too good. That's too good. I needed the knife to hit me. Stormwind Gambit, I do not have an answer for that. So now the Knife Juggler gets to trade and he gets to keep his 4/6 taunt. Is it even possible to come back at this point? Well, we'll see. Let's go ahead and do the Starving Buzzard. And the Wolf. And I'm going to actually do, I think, the Owl to silence that? No, it doesn't make any difference. We'll just do the Panther. So I'm drawing lots of cards, but he's dealing lots of damage. He's got 10, 11, 13 damage. I'm at 6 health after that. Oh god, this game just... I mulliganed that 3-drop, and then he had a really good continuation in the mid-game. His mid-game was impeccable. Well, he's not going for my throat just yet. He's going to take the moment to kill off that wolf. Wow, alright. That is what we call icing on the cake. Oh, Forked Lightning. Okay, okay. That was well played. And just like that, we go from a sterling beginning to an ignominious end. Did I not click concede? Oh, Jesus, that's it. You know what? Okay, this is going to sound picky. This is going to sound really picky, but I honestly think that when you click concede, it should be instantaneous. I mean, anytime you're actually going and bothering to go into the menu and click concede, it means you want out of the game. So I think the game should just immediately blow you up. Maybe there's something about the way the game is programmed that that's not possible, but that would be what I would wish for. Alright, anyway, so we were at 4-0, then we dropped quickly to 4-2. It'd be nice to get up to 5. At 4, you might get 0 gold. And in fact, there have been a number of 4-win arenas in my life where I've had 0 gold. One of them was quite recently featured on this channel, in fact. No newbies in this arena run. We've seen a few newbies lately, but not here. Okay. The Fen Creeper is good, but it's a bit slow. We'll send it back. That's even slower. Also good, though. So we'll play the Knife Juggler on turn 2. It should live. I mean, the only way it would really die is if my opponent had creatures. Or if he coined out something on turn 1, and then that killed the Knife Juggler. Here I'm very sad that I'm not going second, because the Twilight Drake is not going to be nearly as impressive as it could be. In fact, it's currently standing to be a 4/4. Coin, damn it. Damn it. Panda. Well, I'm not gonna be picky or try to preserve this Knife Juggler or anything. We're just going to... Oh, never mind. Yeah, this is good. I don't want to lose my Knife Juggler for nothing. So I will use one of my arcane shots there to hold the fort and call it a day. Aha! So he actually put out his not as good creature first. Interesting move. Well, it worked, so we'll do the Beast. He can now play a 4-drop, so Senjin or a Yeti. If he actually has one of those, that would be remarkably good for him. I get my own quasi-Chillwind Yeti here with the Drake. He has a secret. Well, he didn't have a 4-drop, but I don't think I can attack into that secret. I just don't think I can attack. I mean, it's clearly Noble Sacrifice. If it's not, then so be it, but yeah, we'll do a Twilight Drake. Pass the turn. So we'll have to use the Twilight Drake to flush out the Noble Sacrifice. Now he could play a 5-drop, which could be, of course, very, very scary. I've got two good 6... Well, I got a good 6-drop in the Lord of the Arena. And we'll see what I do here. Consecration. He's going to actually kill off my Panther, which is interesting. With the Consecration. He's actually going to go balls to the wall as Dickens. Oh, it was Redemption. Well, now I'm sad. But honestly, clearly, it was going to be... It is clearly a Noble Sacrifice. I mean, you have to assume that they are. You can't, like, guess that maybe it's not Noble Sacrifice, because you're just going to be wrong most of the time, and it'll suck for you. Okay, well, that actually is perfect. I was going to Deadly Shot to take out the Pine Size, because now I don't want him getting a 6-drop eternally, that's for sure, and then play Knife Juggler. However, this is even better. Shoo-whoop. And we'll hit. Pass a turn. So my opponent could Hammer of Wrath. It'd be his whole turn, but he'd kill my Rhino, stop beasts from charging, and draw a card, getting card advantage. That is what he should definitely do, I think, or play True Silver Champion, one way or the other. Basically, you don't want to let your opponent's creatures to have charge. No, he's going to do that. Well, that's interesting. I've got a number of different ways of dealing with that. One way is to play this, which regenerates. I don't think that's actually that good, though. Yeah. Another way is to play the Lord of the Arena, try to use the Lord to trade against the Ventrico. Another option is just to actually play the Deadly Shot and kill it. So basically, what's more valuable to be, Lord of the Arena or Deadly Shot? I guess it's Lord of the Arena. This is about as good as Deadly Shot gets. So we'll do this. I'm sad I didn't have any beasts, but that's alright. We'll see what my opponent has here for me. 7 mana, can't do much at the moment. I can just play one of these guys and fling a knife. That's about it. A True Silver Champion would be impeccably good for my opponent, and he has it. So I'm wondering if he knows what's going on. He's got to kill the Rhino. That's the objectively correct play. Yep, he kills the Rhino. That's the smart move. You don't want your opponent's creatures that aren't supposed to have charge to have charge. And there's an owl for my juggler. That's sad. Well, I think here it makes sense to play the Lord of the Arena. And I'm actually gonna kill this owl with my Knife Juggler. So the idea here is I want to be able to play stuff after the Lord and have it be protected from the True Silver Champion. And I actually wanted to kill that owl because you don't want to let a paladin keep creatures. He has a lot of jumpy stuff. Where was all this stuff earlier, I wonder? Okay. So, this is unfortunate. Well, let's do this. Let's play the Cairn. And I'm going to Arcane Shot this Dragonling so that he can't kill the Lord without using up the weapon, or putting on some kind of a buff. Alright, he's going to finish off the Lord with the weapon, which I'm fine with. That is a lot of damage he's taking there. Card-wise, I'm a little bit behind. Ah, damn, it's a bit scary, especially with this Cobra. He's got really good stuff against this Legendary. And the fact that he gets to keep putting on 1/1s is very bad. So that was a very cute move. He's basically putting a Blessing of Wisdom on the Golem so that either I kill the Golem or I kill the Cobra. Well, the Explosive Shot is quite good. I wish Oh my god, I do have spell damage. Oh god. Wow, I cannot believe how good this thing has been this game. I really don't think it's actually good. But notice how now it makes the 3 damage to adjacent ones kill off the Harvest Golem here. And I will actually go ahead and kill it because you don't want to let paladins keep creatures on the board. At some point you have to start letting him, because if you're always killing off his 1/1s, it'll be bad for you in the end. Oh man, lots of those abominations today. At least this is a bit of a non-bow for paladins because it kills off his recruits, but damn. Hammer of Wrath. Ah, that was a very clever play. So he gets card advantage there, and now that thing can't just run in here and not care about dying. Explosive Trap, not good at the moment. If I can either get rid of my 4/4 or my 4/5. Well, that's a pretty easy choice there. We'll do this. We'll play the Hyena, Steady Shot, lay an Explosive Trap, swing for 4. So I've got a Secret and 2 creatures. He has 3 cards. It's all about how good his cards are. I'm in top deck mode. I could get a Cult Master. I did take a Cult Master, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. I haven't seen it coming up that much. I also haven't seen the Murloc Raid Leader that much. I'm not going to complain about that. But if I don't get that, I don't really have any ways of drawing cards. I mean, the Eagle Horde Bow would be nice because it might help me burn my opponent out. I can swing him down to 10. This is down to 8. Hero ability down to 6. But I really do need these 2 creatures to both be able to attack just at least once to have a reasonable shot at this game. Otherwise, I'm not going to deal enough damage and he's just going to overrun the board with his cards and win. Now, it's possible that he's holding on to buffs. What is that? Ah, he's going to heal up? Well, all things considered, it could be worse. Okay, that's getting pretty bad. And that's getting awfully terrible. Oh, Jesus. Have I used my Iron Beak Owl yet? Ah, there's the Cult Master. Ho-ho! Well, the problem is, who do I attack? Oh, man, I could deal 6 damage to this, so then it'll die to the Explosive Trap. You know what? I think I might need to... Ah, jeez. I think I might need to actually race. So we can kill the Cult Master, kill another one of my creatures. I'm hitting him down to 11, down to 9 eventually. You know what? No, it's not going to work. The racing isn't going to work. So we're going to do this. Draw a card. Sen'jin is a very good drop, but always draw cards first, kids. Well, do I want to actually attack for 2? Sneak a little bit of extra damage in there, or just trade this for a card? He's in top deck mode. What's more valuable to me, a card or this Hyena? I think we're going to swing for 2 and play the Sen'jin. So my opponent needs to top deck away around the Sen'jin, which he has. I mean, Hammer of Wrath, Consecration would do it. But if he doesn't top deck away out... Oh my god, please. Damn it. It's a 5-mana card. God damn it, he top decked an answer. Fuck. Well, now I lose. So, because he top decked the answer, I don't draw a card for that dying. And it's going to be the game. God damn it. Man, that sucks. We were 4-0, and we're going to end 4-3 unless something very miraculous happens. He's got too much health for me to steady shot him down. My traps aren't quite good enough. He knows what he's doing. He's going to attack with the Sen'jin to fish for freezing traps. Yep, I should have attacked with the Hyena earlier, but I feel like I made the right move. I feel like I took a gamble that he wasn't going to top deck and answer for the Cult Master. But he beat the odds and did it. So, now I'm going to lose. Yeah, I don't think I have anything here. A multi-shot would catch me back up, but I never saw those in the draft. Frustrating. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna lose. That's what you're gonna do. Eagle Horn Bow. Too little, too late. So 3 plus 2 is 5 damage. It's not enough to kill him. He's got 13 damage here. I guess, you know, we'll try it and see what happens. Holy Wrath. Man. Holy Wrath. Oh, the taunt gets in the way of my bow. I don't think I have any outs. Do I? Nope. I need to get rid of a taunt and be able to deal damage. So even if I get a silence, it's not enough. This isn't enough. I'm not going to say well fought. Well, I am going to say well fought, but I'm not going to say well played. I am going to be a meanie face and quit the game. Oh my god, that Holy Wrath. Holy Wrath. Okay, if you'd like to stick around for Papa Boris's Happy Fun Time bonus hour of sadness and gloom, please do. And if you liked the video, please like and or subscribe. Let's go ahead and see our prize. I think the most I've ever gotten at 4 gold is 50. At 4 wins is 50 gold. We got 10. That's 20% of the way there. That's pretty good. And our pack is unremarkable. I've already crafted my lightning storms. I believe it's all duplicates. What? Oh, no. I know what this is. I have golden lightning storms. Okay, let's go ahead and disenchant one while we're here. Yeah, I'm okay with the fact that my control burn shaman deck will now need to have 1 fewer golden one. And actually, I got a shadow flame in my last arena. Golden one. That was actually my first one. Alright, I'm not going to be disenchanting that then. And that'll be it then. Let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. We will now play Paladin, Rogue, or Warrior. I remember I said a few arenas ago that Warrior hadn't been played in a while. I think now it is actually time for Warrior, because I did already Paladin and Rogue today, so Warrior is going to be coming up next. I hope you'll stick with me for that run, and I hope it's a good one. I'll see you then.